Good morning, everybody. Or mid-morning, right? It's not really like a super early morning. Let me see if I can get just a little bit more light in. How do you like these cute little twinkles in here? That was a nice little bonus that I found around. Get that light in. Nice. Yeah, just a little bit more light on the subject. We have about 5 more minutes before we get going this morning. So if you are playing this on the replay, then please remember to fast forward about 5 minutes so that you don't have to sit through me holding space for people to join in on class. I have been kind of gathering things together slowly but surely. I have, you look around, I have all kinds of stuff surrounding me. But I definitely have pillows, I do have my blocks and straps, but I also brought a chair over. And we're probably going to be offering a chair yoga class here pretty soon, so that's going to be really nice. And it's just a reminder that, you know, as you're making your space for whatever kind of practice that you're going to have, that we can utilize the tools around us to make for a really nice at-home practice, sharing that space. So, good morning, Debbie. We are going to try for a nice Zoom gathering, which I think will be fun because I miss seeing your faces and the energy of our studio and our community, and I can't wait to be able to come back into that space and share that time in person with you. And I'm so grateful every single day that I get to join you virtually this way. So welcome, and happy Tuesday. Is there anything as we're waiting for the next 4 or 5 minutes, what you would like to work on today as far as your practice goes? Type it in, talk to me, let me see. It wasn't popping up people's stuff earlier. It was a little bit interesting, so I didn't have the ability to. I'm wondering if I didn't. Oh, never mind. That's something else. Okay. There we go. And also Yvonne joining her at 11:45 for Nidra. That will be lovely if you'd like to relax to her calm and soothing voice guiding you through a meditation. That will be happening pretty soon. Hello, Mr. Barker. So what kind of things do we need to work on today? Still have a few more minutes, so feel free to actually type in how your body's feeling today so that I can get a little bit of feedback going back and forth between us. I have heard that it is kind of amazing to actually hook it up so that it's going onto the TV and you get the big screen going on. From my understanding, if you have it on your computer as opposed to like an iPad, that you can like hardwire it onto the screen, which I thought sounded really cool. I don't know if that takes like an HDMI cord or something, but just a thought to put it out there. We were just about ready to start. You guys always know that I tend to have a little reading towards the end from my Journey to the Heart book, which is at the studio that we are not supposed to go to right now. So I have it downloaded onto my phone, which I think is just so cool. I think I've mentioned it to you guys before, but if you guys haven't looked up Scribed, it's totally worth it. You can get all kinds of books and audiobooks and PDFs and all kinds of fun stuff. but Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie. So we'll have a little something from her today, which is always fantastic. And let me get us all set to go on both sides. And we're going to go in about 1 minute. Awesome possum. So we're all ready to go. Good morning, Esther. Hi, Nancy. All right. So let's begin at the beginning and find our seats. Close the eyes down. Take a nice deep breath in. Inside out. Inhale and sigh. And as we have our attention on our breath, we'll slowly relax the belly, letting it drop all the way down into the lower chambers of the lungs. Feel that nice deep belly breath inhaling and exhaling. And maybe inviting in to your breath an intent for today's practice. And bringing your hands together at heart center. Sealing that intent with a nice deep breath in and a heavy sigh out. Nice. Open your eyes and release your hands. Let's actually stay in that seated position, whatever that means for you today. I know not everybody likes to sit cross-legged. Maybe today you're in a kneeling position. But we're going to make our way, let me take this off, make our way into a nice undulation. So hands onto the knees, bringing the rib cage out into circles and just starting to warm up the spine. Connecting to the breath. Nice deep inhale as you open up. Exhale as you round and curl back. Nice big circles. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The heart reaching forward on that inhale, and then reverse your circle. Exhale and swirl in the other direction. Allowing the rib cage to lead the way. Just creating some fluidity through the spine. Allowing ourselves to start to connect movement to breath. Coming all the way through center. Neutralize the back. And maybe switch the cross of your legs if your legs are crossed. We're going to reach the arms all the way up, grabbing hold of opposite elbows. Lift up a little bit higher and taller. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and bring it off to the right. Nothing huge, just starting to pull that arm up and over. Feel that opening through the shoulder, down through the rib cage, maybe even through the side body. Inhale all the way up through center. Exhale, bring it off to the left. Back through center. One more round. Deep breath in. Exhale off to the right. See if you go just a millimeter further. Inhaling all the way up through center and exhale off to the left. Deep breath in and out. All the way up through center, reaching the arms nice and tall, sweeping them around. Clasp those hands together behind you, shoulders rolling back and together. And we're going to pause right here, sitting in our position, squeezing those arms back, chest coming forward, drop the rib cage so that we're not dumping into the low back. And let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. One more. Releasing, softening those shoulders, and then making your way, if you are not on your mat, onto your mat. I know for myself, I come forward so that I can read what you guys are saying to me before we get going. So let's come onto hands and knees. Spreading those fingers out nice and wide. We're going to actually separate the knees a little bit further than we normally do. And then inhale and sweep the right arm up. Exhale, bring it all the way through, thread the needle, settle the shoulder down. Inhale, press all the way back up, reaching that right arm. Exhale, bring it through, threading the needle. One more time. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring it all the way through, threading that needle, letting the shoulders settle down, head settle down. Left hand next to the face, press through and twist just a little bit further. Nice deep breath in here. Exhale it out. Press all the way through to lift to the top, deep breath in. And then the right hand settles down next to the left. Sweep that left arm all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bring it through, thread the needle. Inhale, pressing it up. Exhale, thread the needle. One more time. Inhale, pressing all the way up. Exhale, threading the needle. Let the shoulders settle down, the head settle down, pressing through that right hand, twisting just a little further. Feel the rotation in the torso, but also feel that nice deep stretch between the shoulder blades. Take a nice full inhale. Exhale it out. Resetting that hand, sweep it back up to the sky with that full breath in and settle it down. Hands and knees. The knees are nice and wide. Let's adjust those knees so they're stacked right underneath our hips. And then tuck the toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Settling into your right foot, let that heel drop all the way down towards the floor. Left knee is bent. Sink into this nice pedaled out dog. We're holding in this form. 2 more breaths, really allowing the back side of that right leg to soften in. Coming up onto the toes and a deep breath in. Exhale, switching sides, letting that left heel drop down, bending the right knee. Maybe a little rock from side to side, softening in. Beautiful. Come all the way up onto the toes, hinging forward. Drop those knees, tops of the feet touching. Sit back, squeezing the heels together and trapping them between your sits bones so that we're stretching out the very top side of the feet. So from there, let's reach the right arm up and under and into our eagle arms, maybe binding. And from that bind, start to unhinge the elbows, reaching forward. And you're going to feel a stretch more in the left shoulder than in the right. Pull the low belly in. Bring those arms back through center. Unwind the arms. Switching sides, use your exhale, left arm under right, finding your eagle arms and extending the arms forward, unhinging at the elbow joint. Feel that stretch through the right shoulder this time. Inhale, exhale. Come all the way back. Unwind the arms, bring them out into a T, and then settle those hands down onto the mat in front of you. Lift your feet. Let the ache dissipate. Even rolling out the ankles. Tucking those toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Let's look to the front of the mat, walk, hop, or step it. And separate those feet from one side of the mat to the other. Nice wide stance. Coming into your ragdoll as you intertwine your arms, framing your face, hanging from the hips. If you find that you're rounding and you're way up high and tucking that tailbone under, bend the knees until you can find a deep hinge in the hips, where your body can just lay on the thighs. That may mean that you have to bend the knees a lot. It's okay. So let's find our ragdoll. Swinging like a pendulum from right to left. Stay connected to your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. One more deep breath in. And out. Back through center, releasing those hands and bending your knees. Let's roll all the way up. Arms to the sky. Inhale. Hands through heart center. Inching those feet all the way together. And we'll sweep it to the sky. Deep breath in. Let the hands pass through heart center. Melt down to fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Hands to the ground, bend the knees, step the left foot back, let the heels spin down all the way, and let's sweep it open to warrior two. Sinking into that warrior two, starting to open the hips up. Now let's just think about what this feels like right now. If we're leaning forward in our warrior two, or if we're able to actually stand up tall in that space, if we want to just press away from the thigh a little bit in order to bring our torso in alignment with the hips. Pull the belly in. Lengthen that leg out. Hinge from the hips. Come all the way up to the top. Turn the right foot in. Arms to the sky. Left foot up. Sink into that warrior stance on the left side. We're going to kind of flip our world around and start to do things on both sides of the mat. And just like we did before, where are you in your warrior two? Do you need to press away from that thigh and shift the torso? Find that opening. Sometimes you don't realize that you're starting to hinge or dump weight into an area until you really try to self-regulate and self-adjust. And then all of a sudden that little inch matters. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's lengthen out the left leg, hinging from the left hip and bring it forward towards the left toes. All the way back up. Shifting the feet to parallel, hands through heart center. Come up onto those toes, rock the heels in. We're going to sink down into our goddess. Hands onto the thighs, hinging ourselves forward. Nice long spine here. Maybe we need to adjust our feet so that the knees are over the ankle. Pull the low belly in. Round the spine, tuck the tailbone under. Exhale. Inhale, sweeping it up and back. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, sweeping it up and back. Now pause here. We're going to shift the torso up, staying in our goddess legs. Tuck the tailbone down, neutralizing the low back. And then we're going to sweep those arms all the way up above the head, hooking our thumbs together, bringing it into a nice little diamond shape, and squeeze the elbows back, pull the belly, and drop the rib cage. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Come all the way up to the the top, releasing that bind. Cartwheel the hands down to the ground, to the front of your mat, and step it forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release. Sweep it to the sky. Full breath in, hands coming through, heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Let those hands come down to the ground. Step the right foot back this time. Heels swinging down at your 45. Sweep up to warrior one. Nice deep warrior one. Rocking the left hip back, shifting the right hip forward. Press into that right heel a lot. We want to feel that opening through the groin space of the right leg into the front of the hip. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Press into that heel a little bit more. Pull the low belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Extending that leg out. Hands through heart center. Interlace those fingers. Hands coming to the thigh. Hinge forward. Press down and back into that thigh. Looking forward on the floor. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Hands coming back through heart center. Hinge it to the top, shifting it all the way around the world over to the right. Bending that right knee. Coming into your warrior one, facing the back of the mat. And same as before, we're really pressing into that left heel a lot, okay? Press into the left heel a lot. And that's shifting the left hip forward, pulling the belly in. This tends to bow out. We want to pull it in, stay nice and strong there, sink into that space. Arms are bonus. If it's actually giving you a distraction, you bring it down to the thigh. Let this be about what's occurring here with the breath nice and steady. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Lengthen out your front leg, hands passing through heart center, interlacing those fingers together, and as you hinge forward, hands press onto that right thigh. Press it away. Press the thigh down and back to bring more length into the spine. Looking forward on the floor. Soften your jaw, soften your gaze, even relaxing the forehead. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. And we'll lift all the way up to the top, hands returning to heart center. Shifting it all the way around the world. I had turned around so that you could see me, so shift all the way around the world facing the front of the mat. Hands returning to the mat. Step back into plank. Dropping those knees down. Let's stack it. Knees right underneath the hips. Wrists right underneath the shoulders. Sweep the tailbone up and back like you're coming into that cow form. Shift forward slightly. Look forward. Elbows gliding heart to earth. Press all the way through, round out. Inhale, open it up, shifting forward. Exhale. Hold, deep breath in. Exhale, press through, round. 1 more time. Sweep it up and back. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale. Down into your heart to earth. Pause on your inhale. Exhale, press through, round out. Neutralizing the back, tucking those toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Starting to open up with strength. Let's reach the right leg all the way up. Bending the knee, stack the hips, find your dancing warrior. And let's actually swirl that leg into circles. Dropping that right knee down, Inhale, sweep it up and over. One more time. Square it off. And sweep it all the way around. Square it off, hug the knee into the body, hinge forward, stepping it through. Grab a hold of your block, put it up nice and tall, inside of that ankle, spinning the back heel down all the way. Sweep it open to warrior two on that right side. Nice. Lengthening up, hinging forward. And the right hand drops down to the block, left arm straight up to the sky. So once you find your triangle here, let's actually sweep the left arm around to the small of the back. Depending on your flexibility, maybe your hand reaches through and grabs a hold of that front thigh, and you use it to rotate a little bit further. Hug your hip in tighter. See if you can find a little bit more length in the spine. Gazing straight up towards the sky, or gazing straight down towards your hand. Stay at this angle with your body and bend the right knee. Take one more breath. Exhale, stay at this angle, extend the front leg out. We're going to do that one more time. Bend the knee, inhale. Hold on the exhale. We're keeping the same angle from hip to torso. On your next exhale, extend the right leg out. Beautiful. Let's sweep the left arm all the way up to the sky. Put a little micro bend into your right knee. Raise it back up to warrior two. Sink into that stance, nice and deep. Cartwheel your hands all the way down to the ground. Keep your back heel spun down the way it is right now in your warrior two stance. Hands to the inside of that ankle. And just starting to hinge and round, coming down towards the floor with the top of the head. Feel that nice deep opening all throughout the back hip. Sweep into a halfway lift, hands onto the earth. Shift the back heel up. Let the knee drop down, relaxing the back toe. So we're nice in this beautiful lizard pose. Flex the right foot up. Let the knee drop out to the side. One breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Just creating that mobility, right? Bring it back through center. Let your right hand return to the outside of your foot, tucking the back toe, lifting the knee, step back to plank. Shifting it forward, and let's lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. The left leg reaching to the sky. Bending the knees, stacking the hips, coming into your dancing warrior. And taking this moment to swirl twice. Use your exhale to square it off, dropping that knee down. Inhale, sweep it all the way around. I have to say, this is one of my favorite things. It really feels so phenomenal for my hips. I hope it does for you too. Drop the knee down. Inhale, sweeping it all the way around. Opening up for that moment in dancing warrior. Squaring it off. Draw the knee into the chest, hinge forward, stepping it through. Block to the inside, nice and tall. Back heel spinning down all the way. Sweep it open. Back to your warrior two. Check your warrior two stance. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Front foot pointing forward. Body is upright. We're not leaning. We're standing up nice and tall. And then lengthen that leg up. Hinging from the hip. Hand onto the block. Opening up into your triangle pose. Let the right arm reach. Sweep the right arm all the way around, small to back. Maybe gliding to the front thigh. You never know, whatever your mobility is. As we're in this pose, we want to feel this in the inner thigh, in the groin. We want to feel it in your hip. So if all of a sudden you're getting this weird roundedness happening and you're feeling it in the outer edge of your right rib cage, then we need to actually come up a little bit higher so we can hike your left hip in further. Nice deep hinge. Choosing to look up or choosing to look down, take care of your neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep this angle. Bend the knee. Sink. Deep breath in. Exhale. Lengthen it out. Keeping that hinge. Again, bend the knee. Sink. And extend it out. Let's release the bind if you have it. Let the right arm come back to the sky. Micro bend in the knee. Raise it all the way back up. And then sink into your warrior stance. Cartwheeling those hands all the way down to the ground. Inside of the foot. Moving that block out of the way. Keep your legs in that warrior two stance. Curl the torso. Down towards the floor. Top of the head shooting towards your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Finding that halfway lift. Shifting the back heel up. Let the knee drop down in the back. Relax the back toe. Finding yourself in lizard pose. So let's flex your left foot up a lot so that you're just on the heel and the knee drops out to the side. Take a nice deep breath in here and out. Come all the way back through center, letting that left hand come outside of the foot, tucking the back toe under, lift the knee, step back to plank. Choosing to go through flow from here or simply meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale into that up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice full breath in and out. So look to the center of your mat. Draw the right knee into the chest, round, hinge forward, step your foot to the middle of your mat. From here, launching off, extending the right leg long and the left leg coming back behind you. Maybe you end up on your fingertips if the hands don't touch the floor at this point. So you might be up on fingertips, or maybe at this point you're going to grab a hold of blocks, right? Grabbing a hold of blocks because within this form, the hands don't even want to touch the floor from there. So we don't want to be rounded. Let's find what we need to support ourselves in this moment, in the center of the mat. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Starting to bend your right knee, stepping that left foot back onto your mat. And then the right foot meets the left, and you return to your downward facing dog. Switching sides, left knee coming into the body, hinging forward, step that left foot to the center of your mat. And just as before, launch off, extending the left leg long, right leg lengthened out behind you, close to parallel to the earth, palms onto the floor, fingertips to the floor, or maybe grabbing a hold of those blocks. Let's breathe nice and steady. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Bending the left knee and the right foot settles back down onto the mat behind you. Left foot to the right. Hinge forward into your plank. Drop the knees down. Walking your hands towards you. Let's roll all the way up into a high kneeling position. Arms sweeping to the sky. Inhale. Returning to those eagle arms. Bring it all the way around. Right arm under left. Squeezing those hands together. Unwind. Lift it to the sky. Exhale all the way around. Left arm under right. Into eagle arms. Press the forearms together. Bring it around. Inhale. Opposite elbows. Deep breath in, reaching. Exhale, off to the right. Inhaling up. Exhale, off to the left. Inhale up. One more round. Exhale right. Inhaling up. And exhale left. Back to the top with a deep breath in and reaching those hands. Sweep them all the way around so we can return onto hands and knees. Tucking toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Looking to the front of the mat. Walk, hop, or step it. Halfway lift. Exhale to release. Sweep it to the sky with a nice deep breath in, and then the hands returning to heart center. We're going to grab a hold of our blocks and bring them one on either side of your legs. So nice and neat. We're going to sink into our eagle pose today. Sorry, my nose is itching. I have kitty hair flying through the air right now. Sink in as if you were going to come into your chair pose, nice and upright. Even though you're sinking down, I'm showing you my belly instead of my back. And as we're sinking down, I don't want you duck butting out. I want you to drop it down so that you're nice and neutral, making it so that you have to kind of flex the feet up on your base foot. From there, shift the weight into the right leg, Mr. Miyagi style. Draw that left knee up, crossing it over. Don't worry about intertwining it today. Sink deeper, let the toe tap down to your block. Pull the belly in instead of bowing out. Draw it in. Left leg is over. Left arm is going to come under, back into those eagle arms. Sink. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Unwind, reach it all the way up, returning to a stork. Left leg to the sky. Hands passing through heart center, and let the left foot settle down next to the right. Sinking back into that chair. Drop the tailbone down. Shift the weight into the left leg. Right leg lifting up and forward. Crossing that thigh all the way over, letting the toe settle down so we can sit back and sink. Right leg is over, right arm's gonna sweep underneath into your eagle. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Rock the weight into the heel. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in and out. Unwind those arms, lifting it up to the sky, drawing that right knee up. Hands passing through heart center, bringing it back down into your mountain pose, hands resting. Sweep it to the sky, inhale. Exhale, melt it all the way down into your fold. Let's use our hands on our blocks and see if we can bring some weight into our hands, shifting forward, come up onto the toes. Settle those heels back down. Rock the weight back into the heels, flex the toes up. Let's do that one more time. So we can put the blocks up as high as we need in order to shift it forward, coming up onto the toes. Lower those heels down, rocking the weight back, flex the feet up, heels touching only. Drop those feet all the way down, melt into your fold, release the blocks, hands onto the floor, jump step back to your plank. Bringing those knees down, returning to our cat and cow, heart to earth, stacking those joints. I'm going to move these blocks out of the way so I can do a little sideline view. Sweeping the tailbone up and back, Hinging forward, exhale, lower down, heart to earth. Pressing through and rounding out. Inhale. Shift, exhale. Pause, deep breath in. Exhale, press through. Rounding out. One more time, inhale. Shift, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to your neutral spine. Onto those hands and knees. And we'll tuck the toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take one more deep breath in. Exhaling it all out. Looking back to the front of the mat and walk, hop, or step in. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release. Bend the knees and roll all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. Deep breath in. Hands through heart center. Sink down into a nice deep squat. Elbows onto the knees. Nice. So stay right here, or if it's there for you, then I want you to bring the elbows wide and hook the left arm onto the right knee, press through to twist. Back through center, elbows touching, thighs burning. Are you breathing with me? Because I kind of feel like there's some breath holders in the house. And we need to return to that breath. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the spine, elbows coming out. Hook the right arm on. Press through to rotate. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Look down. Reach down. Extend those legs out. Oh, relax into your fold. Sigh it out. So let's bend the knees. Coming all the way down into our seat. Possibly grabbing a hold of the strap if you feel like that may happen for you. And we're going to melt our way all the way down onto our backs. Drawing that right knee up, possibly using our strap and extending that right leg, hooking onto the foot. No strap, no problem. Hands behind the back of the hamstring, maybe sliding up on the calf, ankle, or foot. Pull the belly in, take a nice deep breath in wherever you're at. Exhale and curl the upper body, trying to draw the nose towards the knee. Elbows are out, tucking the chin in towards the chest, and take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. What's happening with this leg here? Is the lower leg just limp? Or are you bringing some life into it? Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knee, return the torso to the floor, fingers hooking on to your right big toe. And then let's draw that right knee out to the side in a half happy baby. Maybe releasing that left arm out to the side, or possibly using your left hand to press in to your left hip, trying to keep yourself grounded here. Relax the upper body the best you can, and let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhaling out. Let's bring that leg back through center. Interlace. flexing your foot. Your hands are interlaced behind the hamstrings of your right leg. Start to kick your right foot towards the front of the mat, curling the torso up, and let it assist you in sitting all the way up to the top, extending that right leg nice and long into a half bound boat. Bend the knee, cross the leg all the way over, half shoelace. Reach the arms to the sky. Exhale and fold forward. Take one more breath here. And then we'll walk it back all the way up to the top. Unhooking that leg, both legs extended straight out in front of you. Arms reaching forward. And we're rolling the spine. Tuck the tailbone, totally tuck it all the way under. Round out, hollow out your core. Roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Slow, 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 slow. Arms up and over, full body stretch. Switching to the left leg, grab a hold of your strap if you are utilizing it. Left leg comes to the sky, nice and long. If you have the strap, you're hooking onto the foot. If not, you're back behind the hamstring. Maybe it's sliding up towards the calf, possibly towards the ankle. Let's take 2 more breaths right here, just lengthening out. Taking another deep breath in and out. Actually, we need to keep it even with the other side. So stay here for 2 more breaths. We're actually holding longer on the other side. Sometimes my words make me last longer on one side than the other. So we want to make sure we keep it nice and even. Breathing steady. Using your next exhale, curl the torso towards the knee. Are you bringing life into that lower leg? Flex it, point it. What do you need to do there? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Roll the torso all the way back down. We're bending the left knee. Left peace fingers coming to the big toe. Draw that knee out to the side, half happy baby. And then maybe the right arm's coming out to the side into that T shape, or possibly pressing on the right hip, trying to keep you nice and even and grounding if you find yourself rolling off to the side. So find what assists you best. Keep the core nice and strong here. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath in and out. Awesome. Let's slowly bring it all the way back through center. Hands interlaced behind the hamstring. Curling the torso, pressing that left foot to the front of your mat, assisting you in coming all the way up to the top. Extend the left leg long. Half boat. Inhale. Exhale. Bend that knee, cross it all the way over. Half shoelace. Moving your seat out of the way if you need to, maybe grabbing a hold of bolsters. Let the arms lift to the sky with a full breath in, and on your exhale, melting all the way down. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. walk all the way up to the top. Legs lengthened out in front of you. Hands reaching. Curl around. Roll all the way down onto your backs. Arms reaching up and over. Hands interlacing behind the head. Curl the torso. Lift just the right leg up into a hover. Press the small of the back down. That may mean that that right leg lifts even higher. Half hollow hold. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right leg down. Keep the body curled. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Lower it down. Lower the torso. Arms reaching up and over. Full body stretch. Hands coming down by your sides, bending those knees, and let's lift the legs up to the sky. Coming into your inversion for today's practice. Maybe today you're wishing that you had that bolster or block underneath you. Press through, lift the hips up, find your bolstering, and then lift the legs up from there. So let's find your inversion. Maybe today you're feeling like a shoulder stand, a forearm stand, a head stand. Find whatever inversion actually suits your body's needs today. We're going to pause here for 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend those knees. Let the blood just drain back into the limbs. Feel the feet get warm. And we're going to settle those feet back down onto the mat, lifting the hips, removing anything from beneath you. From here, setting up for those spinal twists. Left thigh crossed over the right, shifting the hips off to the left, and the knees dropping to the right. Gazing past your left shoulder. All the way back to the top, uncrossing, centering the hips again with your shoulders. Let the leg go, switching sides, right thigh over left, moving the hips off to the right, knees dropping to the left. Use your next breath in. Come all the way back through center. Uncross, realigning. And then we'll start to make our way into our Shavasana for today's practice. What does that mean for your body today? You're in your house. Take up space. Maybe come into a nice big X shape. Whatever it is that your body needs today in order to let go, find yourself in that form. And close the eyes. And come back to your breath. And let's sink deeper and deeper into that softness. Continue to allow yourself to stay soft, to rest and recover. Celebrate the breaking of the chains. Celebrate your freedom and share it joyfully with others. Tell yourself, tell others too, that you're free to trust and follow your own heart. Let's start to gently bring movement back into the body. pressing up to a comfortable seat as you're ready. Let your hands come together at heart center. Take a moment to acknowledge your intent if you made one today. And then inviting a gentle smile to kiss the corners of your lips. Let your hands get light and flip up to your forehead, your third eye. Tilting your head up towards the sky, please offer yourself that one last intentional deep breath in. Exhaling as you fold forward. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me today. That was such a lovely practice. A little bit of everything. I hope your bodies feel amazing. Every day we are so happy that we get to share this time with you. So thank you again and again for joining us. And don't forget to tell people about us so that we keep on trucking through this craziness. And I love you all. Can't wait to see your faces in person in the studio when this is all over.